make me go like.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back. So today I'm going to be walking through how I produced Whisper by Sweet California. Now, I'm really excited about this song. It just came out, and if you guys are not familiar with Sweet California, they're a really amazing girl group from Spain. So this song is pretty fun. It's like this dance, UK house almost, pop song. It's got a lot of energy. It's got a lot of movement of drums and bass and all of these fun elements. So without further ado, let's just dive straight into the production. Alright, so you guys just heard the preview, super fun song. I'm just going to go through from top to bottom, just kind of show you guys the most important parts about it. Do bear with me because I produced this like a little while ago, so I'm looking at the session, and because I work so much, I'm literally like, what is this? What are all these parts? Yeah, let's just dive right in. So I would say the most important thing about this song that I kind of need to mention is the bass. I think the bass pretty much drives this whole song, and you know, that was, I'm pretty sure originally played on the bass as well. So it's been kind of like the staple of the song from the get-go. So this is what it sounds like. So yeah, that's like the verse part, that it's very classic house to me, this pattern that it does. And then when it gets to the chorus, it does this. You know, that's the hook. So like everything is doing the hook and the hook, just to kind of beat that melody over the listener's head. Another thing that's doing the hook straight from the get-go is kind of this like screwed up vocal. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Oh yeah, I do have my processing here. So this is the vocal soloed. So, and the way that's achieved is with vocal synth, a vocoder plugin, but really like it can be used for effects like this. You know, if I take it off, it's actually Elli. It's Elli, but without with this on, you know, it's this strange little thing. And yeah, I'm just EQing out the bottom, and I do have like an additional doubler on it. Just makes it a little bit bigger. The bass. And we have a clap, just kind of EQing in, and a little sweep in the beginning, a little riser situation. So, and then we get straight to the verse.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's a vibe for the weekend. Tell me, do you want it? 'Cause I want it, yeah.
This is not mixed, you guys. I think the vocals are really hot in this because like I was working on them last before I sent this off to mix. So, you know, if you want to hear like the full mix, like check it out on Spotify and Apple and all those things. But this does have all the parts. So yeah, in the verse, you know, the vocals are really, really featured. Of course, we still have the bass, but we also have a little bit of percussion added.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Got a couple of different shakers layered in. As you can see here, I'm really emphasizing the top end of it, just really EQing out all the bottom. I got a little bit of panning going on. It's nothing like groundbreaking, but it really just adds that little bit of like hypiness. Hype. Of course, we have a kick here. You know, just your normal big 4 on the floor. We got some claps layered here. I think this one's got a little bit of Valhalla, my favorite verb, on it. You know how it goes. Got a little bit of it set on Dirty Hall, you know, just very short decay. Just like a little bit of something going on. Yeah, this first production is pretty simple. There's not like a whole going on here. It's really just mostly about these vocals and just like a driving beat.
Do you see what I'm saying? Keep it clear as
yeah, and then the vocal delays are really important. I actually wrote them in. I see.
Weekend.
Yeah, because I do have like a normal vocal delay here that's just the vocals are buzzing out too, but I also am adding an additional like printed throw delay just to kind of really dial in that repetition and just make it stick.
Cause I know you want it like I want it. I can almost feel your breath running down my neck. It'll make me shiver.
So the pre-chorus gets really big. A lot of things are added. Mostly it's this big kind of like dance piano. Pretty sure this was like a contact piano. And it got like a fun little pluck. You know that do-do-do-do, that's what the bass I think did before, right? Am I lying? Yeah, so do-do-do-do-da. That is like a little mini hook, so the pluck is doing that now. Okay, we got a little guitar here. A little like sample of a little funky guitar. Yeah, I'm not a really good electric player. I'm more like an acoustic like picker. So whenever I need like a little electric part, something that isn't too featured, I usually just find a sample like this. And we got some synths. I'm actually pretty sure that's Exhale. I did print it down, but pretty sure it sounds like Exhale. And we got sidechain pad, like a song. I don't even know why it's called pad. I think it's just, I would have called it a saw synth. Oh yeah, and on the second half of the hook, everything kind of builds very significantly. So we got this kind of classic EDM build with the snares. You know? One of these. And then I have a bunch of effects that are mirroring that build. You know, sweep, sidechain. I like a little vocal sweep, I see. Just like some white noise. Another one. It's crazy how many there are layered in here, but sometimes I think you just want a particular sound and you just keep layering stuff in, and it's fun. I'm gonna have some top loops coming in right here. You know, that's like rhythmically a classic thing for house music, a lot of like deep house, UK house. So like the kick is doing the 4 and 4, like boom, boom, boom. And then the top loops are always emphasizing what I call the and 2, and 3, and 2. So it's like and, right? That's where the emphasis of the hat is. So these are really easy to find. Like I didn't program, like write these hats in. Like there's literally so many of these out there because this is like a classic feature of the genre. So you can find it on like any sampling site, really. There's just like a lot of little build-up things going on here. Yeah, and then, you know, the vocals are pretty simple. Just like leads and doubles right here. I do think there might be like a low, like created low. Yeah, I always tuck those under. Just, they kind of help strengthen the vocals. And then I have a little like situation here. I kind of sound pitchy a little bit. There's so many things going on, you can't tell. I'm like, wait, did I not tune these? Like, oh wait, I didn't. What the heck? Okay, well, you know, now we know what I sound like not tuned. So there's these, yeah, and then we get into the hook right after that. Actually, I think this is really fun. It's got like this little break right here where, you know, the song's called Whisper. So, and she's like, whisper in my ear, make me go like very quietly, almost whispery. I think it's like a fun move.
Whisper in my ear, make me go like.
Yeah, and then there's like whisper doubles of that. Whisper in my ear, like all of that, which is really fun.
In my ear, make me go like.
So, you know, the whole point of this post is just that melody, just drilling that melody in. And as you can see, the girl did a lot of vocals. I think these are really, really great. They did such a great job. You know, every singer, I have her highlighted in her own color, so I can kind of like know who's doing what. I can mix it accordingly for the demo. You know, so I have their highs up here, all three girls, and then I have their lows down there, and then I even have like a created like really deep one of those. Yeah, but all together it sounds like this. It's very thick. I think they did a great job on that. And then there's harmonies that come in on the second half. I don't think they're here on the first post, but in the later post they're there. And then it's just interspersed with the little whisper in my ear, like these little bits.
Whisper in my ear, make me go like.
Oh yeah, I think there's gangs in here as well. What are these? I love how I like don't know. I'm like, I did this months ago. I don't know. So this is me and Elli. So this is adding even more to the girls' vocals to make it like a big group of people singing. And the way we do gangs is we just like sing it in the room, you know, the two of us, like very raw, like not really tuned too much, like just to add that kind of like crowd feeling. So as far as production, instrumental production, you know, mostly we are just dialing in this bass, that I played before for you guys. There's an 808 that comes in the second half. It's very low. It's just tucked under, just to give the track a little bit more low end, and it kind of bounces under this bass. I do this all the time, like I layer basses all the time. You just have to duck them out of each other's way, so it's not like full on crunch. I do like how this sounds. And then we have the kicks. I do have a different thing come in here, which is a kick, like click or top. It's just basically like a kick with all the bottom EQ'd out. So it's just like the click that you hear, and it makes the whole kick sound like really like punchy. It cuts through the mix. So yeah, and the main thing that's really being added here is this band is from Spain, so they wanted a little bit of like a reggaeton feel. So we just added tum ta tum ta tum ta tum ta, that rhythm, which is like your classic reggaeton rhythm, and we added it on the second half of this hook with this top loop. And I know there's snares that are also doing that. Oh, there you go, reggaeton snare. Oh, see, I tuned down these. That's fun. I didn't know I did that. I'm sure I was just like, oh, I want to do something funky and fun. So I tuned it down. Let's see. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like some of the loops from here, like the hats, top loops come in on the second half, just like make it pretty big. I think there's like some new ones that come in as well. Yeah, and more like tambourine. Is that a word? Tambourine? Sounds like a funny one. Yeah, and then there's like even like a tambourine long hit impact, if you want to call it. There's some instrumentation being added, like this little brass hit. Really fun. I got these funky little horns. Keys doing the same. Everything's doing the same melody. And then there's just some chords hanging kind of on the one, you know, because the chords are not, they're moving on the second half, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, it moved just a little bit. And then there's this like arp going on, which kind of helps sweep into the next section, which is where we're gonna go now. So this is literally just, it's very similar as the first verse, but we're just adding a little bit more percussion going on as opposed to just the little shaker. Like some of these hats are going on at the same time, and the tambourines. The vocals are a lot bigger, just the performance that the girls gave. There's doubles on everything vocally if you listen to it.
No, como fue kiss me bien lento, be brave, and no one should see if we live quietly.
And then there's some harmonies too.
No one should see if we live quietly.
Yeah, which are very, like, these are very cute. There's a lot of verb on them. There's kind of like a lot of lower mids being tuned out, and then there's some of the highs being emphasized in these, just to give them that crispy kind of quality. And yeah, that's kind of pretty much it for this verse.
It's just a leave, I go ahead and pull the trigger. Come and close this space, let's make it face to face. Almost feel your breath falling down my neck.
And that's the only thing, actually, girls really, they were the ones that introduced this idea, just adding these stops, which I thought they did so great. I thought it was such a good idea. Do, 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 do. Just to make it different from the first chorus and make it like even more hype. Like we're just trying to like really party with this song. I think that's one of the things that's kind of a lot harder than you think with dance music, is just creating that feeling of fun, danceability, keeping it from getting boring, because there is, you know, that constant 4 on the floor, boom, boom, you know, you can get pretty bored with that if there's not creative dynamics in it. So I do like how the song moves dynamically.
so I hope you don't keep it out of whisper.
Yeah, there's like more harmonies, you know, stuff
Keep it out of
added. Just building it, building it, building it. There's ad-libs being added, and then there's the bridge.
There's a walk for the night. Let our hands speak their mind. Let the light.
Yeah, so we just got mostly these pulse kind of pads. This might be like an Arturia thing. I'm not really sure what I made that with. Once it's printed down, you guys, like, that is it. I do not know what it is most of the time. There's like a little growly kind of bass along with an 808. And there's some sweepers. Yeah, and you know, some more top loops, some more sweeps. Just kind of self-explanatory, really. You know, we got the claps, some 2 on the 4. Yeah, and that's basically it. And then there's the ending choruses. I think there's 2 at the end. Yeah, and basically everything is in, and just really the thing that builds it is the vocals. There's a lot going on vocally. There's ad-libs. There's harmonies going on, even like on the da 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 da. Let me see. You can hear the high third. Yeah, there's just a lot being added vocally. That's really what is carrying the song, in my opinion. All right, and that's about it, you guys. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below. I will answer. Make sure you like and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.